Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, April 25th, and TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. I'm Gio Betancourt, and this is a recording done right before the open. I'm 8 minutes prior to the USA Open, done by Vantage Markets. Well, whisper it quietly, but big tech may be back. The sector was one of the biggest concerns for investors coming into this earnings season. No, not just the outlook for artificial intelligence, but how it copes with the threat of tariffs and an economic slowdown. It was, after all, technology firms that led the American exceptionalism trade of the past 2 years, in which the US outperformed everywhere else. Since stocks peaked, tech has had a particularly bad run. The Roundhill Magnificent 7 Exchange Trade Fund is down 20% since its high watermark on January 24th. The broader Vanguard Information Technology ETF has dropped 16% since its top in February. On the other hand, both have recovered more than 10% since troughing earlier in April, according to Dow Jones market data. So is the worst over? Google parent Alphabet's earnings indicated it might be. One big positive was that search revenues remain strong. The most revealing expression of confidence is that the company kept its investment targets the same, suggesting it still sees artificial intelligence powering earnings in the future. We'll have a better idea after Facebook, parent Meta Platforms, software maker Microsoft, retailer Amazon.com, and iPhone maker Apple report next week. It's not only trade wars and weaker consumer demand that can hurt the stocks, but also AI and the threat from Chinese rivals such as DeepSeek. High valuations at the start of the year didn't help either, but there's an equally strong bull case. Software firms, which don't rely much on physical goods for sales, won't face a direct hit from import taxes, but the tariff outlook could quickly change again, this time for the better. Consumer electronics are already exempted. Even before Alphabet's results were published, the Nasdaq had enjoyed its third consecutive day of gains greater than 2%. It hasn't done that since 2001. The stocks that usually make American markets the envy of the world could be about to make a powerful comeback. And with that being said, well, we see that powerful comeback. We have broken, we have broken that psychological 19,000 barrier. We close way above that. So therefore, right now we open a gap up, a small gap up, but has been closed. Profit taken is Friday. It did fluctuate towards our 50-day moving average, which is basically where I have my first level of resistance, and then 19,800 is going to be our second level of resistance. So that's our target. So our next short-term target or long-term will be 20,000 psychological round value, which is basically where the upper boundary band is sitting. It's sitting right above that. But as the market fluctuates higher, obviously, we most likely will reach that. So therefore, I favoring longs. Obviously, next week we'll see obviously those companies reporting. So next week it'll be another, most likely will be another leg up. RSI is far away from being entering overbought. So favoring longs, favoring buying. All right, then as far as the S&P, we broke that 5,500 resistance level. So I'm gonna use the 50-day moving average and 5,700 as our second level of resistance. As far as it goes for support, I want to use, see, 5,400 is quite close to that. So I'm going to use 5,450. Now, 5,450, okay, 51, but actually it's 50. I like the number. There's no particular reason behind it, but just because I like the number. And I found that in the prior, in other assets, 50 has been of a great support. So RSI also being far away from being overbought, so buying. Looking at the Dow, Well, the Dow is looking mighty. Also, it recovered. If you remember, we were fluctuating lower yesterday. It did fluctuate below our level of support, 39,600, which basically now today it actually closed above 40,000. That was what we wanted to see. So we broke that psychological barrier. It did fluctuate towards that today. So I'm going to use that low, the low of 39,996, 39,996, yep, times 0.382% minus equals 39,843. That's where I'm going to place 39,843. That's when I'm going to place a level of support, 39,843. All right, so there we go. We have that there. Okay, cool. As far as resistance goes, I'm going to use that swing high on that doji, and I'm going to bring up a bit more to 48.50, that resistance. So again, looking for a leg up. Let's see what happens. Then crude oil. So crude oil, it did fluctuate towards the middle of the previous days, the previous days range. Our levels hasn't been really violated or broken, so therefore I'm going to continue using them. All right, as far as support and resistance, we could probably see a quiet day in crude oil and just sideways trading. So 50-50 on that. Nat Gas. So Nat Gas, I'm going to assume that Nat Gas is going to attempt another low, $2.80, and then yesterday's swing low. Gonna leave the same levels of resistance. $3 psychological first level of resistance, which is basically working right now. Then gold. So gold is retracing. Friday, profit taken. You need to obviously come out of your long positions to cash in. So that could probably be the case. 32.40 is going to be my first level of support. And then here we go. We have that one there. All right, cool. So, but perhaps that 32.80, well, is actually pushing lower. Let's see, 32.40 will find that support that is needed, is looking for at that level. And then the next level is going to be the 20-day moving average, which is medium in the Bollinger Band. Now let's take a look at silver. Let's see what silver is doing. Silver is fluctuating to the downside. So the market had just opened. I'm going to use that intertwine of the averages, and I'm going to use this other swing low. It is coming down mighty hard. I'm going to leave the same levels of resistance. So profit taking could be also the reason behind this. Let's see if the dollar index is also recovering. Copper making that equal highs, equal lows. Even though they fluctuate lower, it is retracing right now. Let's see if a breakout will eventually happen. 50-50 for today. So will we reach, the day hasn't ended yet, so we'll reach $5 on copper. All right, so Bitcoin is flirting with 95,000. It kissed it. It's here. Let's see if it'll continue to push higher. I'm gonna have to raise that now to 96,000. Bring up my level of support to 92,000, and 90,000 is gonna be the second level, right around there. Let's see, just leave it there. Okay, so profit taking. Let's see how much of a profit taking it will happen, and then repositioning. All right, so the euro also making basically equal highs, equal lows so far. Another leg up, or will we see a retracement in the currencies? The pound also pounding its way away. Pounding, just keeps on pounding. Okay, so let's see if the chart will load. Since we began the trading day, it sometimes does happen to freeze on us. But if it does, it didn't freeze. Okay, here we go. So the pound also just trying to sustain itself, equal highs, equal lows. Basically, 133 seems to be a nice place where it has found support. RSI far away from being overbought. So another attempt higher. Well, if the dollar index does make a move above 100, you'll see that pressure on the metals and on the currencies. That's it for me today. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.